All right, and welcome to Underground Horror Radio. It's behind me. Yep, it's almost Halloween, so it's time to unbox another horror figure. And this time, it's going to be both Funko and NECA, or NECA. I think it's NECA. I don't know. Now, it's not a Funko Pop, though. So, a while ago, Funko made these Mortal Kombat X figures based on the video game in a old school 80s kind of He-Man style way. Kind of like the old Ninja Turtles too. Which were about 5 inches, not very big. Spread out shoulders, big arms. He-Man. He-Man, Skeletor, those kind of figures. So they remade and made those for Mortal Kombat X. Then they came up with an idea to do it for horror movie icons, for slashers. And it's going to be called Savage World. And so this is what it looks like. It comes in an old kind of package. Right? And this one's Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees. 5.5 inches action figure. Nice. So, kind of already opened some of it. Here, let me just... There we go. He comes with a, let's see, it looks like a sword that's also a machete blade. And an axe with the bone being the handles, which is cool. Because, again, this is like some alternate world where it's like, He-Man style, swords and that kind of thing. So, this is what Jason looks like. Mind you, I think because he's green, it's going to look weird with the green screen, which it does. But this is what he looks like initially. So, he's kind of got this barbarian kind of outfit on, right? On the back, he's got his bone showing, kind of like the normal Jason Part 7 figure. So this is kind of what he is. He's more like the Jason Part 7 figure, which is one of the most popular designs. Half his face is kind of shown there as skull. So, obviously it's a hockey mask. But yeah, so, yeah, he's not too bad. He's, like I said, 5.5 inches, kind of swole. But they're cool. And this was only about $15. They have them at FYE for about $11.99, so that isn't bad. I don't think so, and not bad for this. I mean, with inflation and everything, I mean, it's not. It's a limited thing, I believe. So it's not like it's going to be about the price it would be for a Funko Pop. Only this one actually moves. Now, it's not as articulate as, say, some of the really expensive NECA guys, or even some of the $20 Marvel characters, but it's under $20, so that's not bad for this. Now I ended up getting all 5. There's Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, Michael Myers, Pinhead. So we'll open those soon too. All right, put you over here. And the good news is they stand up pretty good. Now, the big boy that I've been waiting for about a while, but a month since it was actually being released out, but everywhere I went, they didn't carry it. Until now. Which is the Friday the 13th Part 5 and New Beginning Jason figure. Now, I'm going to say this. Spoilers for a movie that is... I'm going to say over 30 years now. Does it say when this came out? No. But it was on Paramount, so it was like 85, I think. Maybe 86. But anyway, so that's Friday the 13th Part 5. Now, spoiler alert, like I said earlier, here's why. The killer in the movie is not Jason. Okay. Now, there it is. In the very beginning of the movie, though, there is a dream sequence in which young Tommy Jarvis, still, played by Corey Feldman, for like not very long, had a dream about people digging up Jason's grave. Kind of like Part 6. And so, anyway, he kills these people in this dream, and he's about to kill, him. So this is the figure for the nightmare dream sequence, Jason. Now, what's cool about him is he's kind of more or less the mold off of Part 4 and Part 3. Kind of like a green shirt, it looks like those figures, except it's a little bit different. So let's open this. All right. So let's take a look here. This is him. Pretty cool. He's got worms coming out of his eyes. That is pretty sweet. Now, let's see. He bends. His elbows, his hands move all around. In fact, he has an extra hand that's split here by a machete, just like in part 4. He bends, like I said, his knees. He's a little more articulate than that Predator was. Okay, so that's cool. This is where it's different than the other ones. His mask doesn't come off. The purple and blue Jason from the NES game, his mask comes off. Part 3, Part 4, Part 6. Those all come off. This one does not. However, with that said, if this was the only face that it was, I'd be a little mad. But what they do come with instead is you get 3 extra heads for him, because his head comes off. You can put another head on. So you get 3 extra heads, including a normal, more like part 3 axe to the face machete, axe to the face bleeding mask. That's cool. Then you have been buried in the dirt, in the ground for a while mask. That's like the one with the worms, only there's no worms. That's kind of cool. I like that the color of it is a lot, dirtier and grayer, much like it's been soaked in the ground for a while. And then for those of you who remember the VHS tapes back in the day, and the poster for that is the cover of the movie had like this white, newer type of hockey mask with a bunch of dots and stuff, red eyes. It was totally different because it was a new beginning. So this is the mask for that. So they actually included that as a head as well, with the cover of the box type of weird looking. It is much weirder, different than everything else. Looks kind of realistic for something that looks kind of digital too, though. So yeah, you have 4 heads altogether. That's not bad. Plus you get a machete, an axe, a gravestone with dirt. That's pretty cool. So for $30, normally, it depends on where you go, that's not bad. I got this for $26 at FYE, or more like $24, and then I think with tax it was $26. But still, that's incredible because these things are not cheap usually at all. So that is not a bad deal for what I got with a couple different heads. And the detail is always really good job because it's NECA. Almost fell on there. See? Hello. Anyway, I think it's cool. So those are 2 Jasons that are out now. If you collect this kind of stuff. If you don't, you don't. That's cool. And if you just like them in the box to display, then they have those obviously too. I just like to open mine. But yeah. So anyway, that's going to do it for Underground Horror Radio today for unboxing. October is almost over, including Halloween, which is about 2 weeks away from today, actually. Next Friday, we'll be at Spooky Empire in Orlando for the whole weekend, from Friday till Sunday. Those of you going, awesome. It's a great time. If you've never been to a horror convention, you should probably go. It's pretty sweet if you like this kind of stuff. Obviously, you're watching, so I assume you do. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, I have more of these to open up soon, actually, probably tomorrow. So that's the plan. Anyway, everybody be good to each other. Don't forget to check us out on Podbean, Underground Horror Radio, also on Instagram, where the photo of this guy is on, and Facebook. And also to listen to Podunk Radio if you like punk rock and horror stuff. All right. Anyway, I'm out. Bye.